Hello, 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 hello. It looks like we're live. I didn't realize. It's Simon Bargett again, here for a beautiful round three. And Thomas Kazemi on the bottom, resident of Germany, I think, Iranian heritage, and Amirali Tavakoli, Iranian, 15-pointer. In front of me. We'll see who's killing it and illing it. We got Kamal Okul through. Let me make sure I'm afraid I can't show you. We've got people there. Okay. Unfortunately, the electronic draw hasn't actually been completely updated. Let me know if you can hear me. A few players who I've not heard of. We got Afshin Foulad from London against Jalal Khalili, is another third round match. John Mozed, present world champions, probably, well, going to play either Ofir Bilali or Amir Eshraghi. David Presser, who we commentated on the last match, is playing Josephine Bickler. Tony Benaba playing Burak. So how many more rounds to get to the final? One, two, three. 3 rounds to get beated bracket winner. So there's a second chance. So just waiting for the players who should come up. Here they are. Any moment. I thought I saw someone. Okay, I can hear my lovely voice. Great. Grande. And there's not really much more to say, you know? There really isn't much to talk about, kind of patterned. I'm hoping everyone can understand. I guess, you know, this is the Middle East tournament. They should really have a commentator speaking lots of different Middle Eastern languages, Arabic, Hebrew. So Thomas has raised his glasses above his eyebrows. There's this nice kind of promotional video on. Okay. Matt is making some little adjustments. I told him that he'd spelled. So the last two matches were a bit fast and furious and ended quite quickly. A 15-point match should probably take a couple of hours. There's Marta. Handshake, very nice. So I was looking up we want to know what we're playing for here, right? And we didn't say anything before. The entry fee is $1,250. And there are 76 entrants. So whatever that is, $8,686,000. Plus there's a total added prize money of $50,000. Don't know where that comes from. And if you win the main, you get 40%. So if you win the main, you get what, like $40,000. The losing finalist gets 18%. And I think we're about to start. Here we are. And there's a mega jackpot and a super jackpot. They call the $500 jackpot a mini jackpot. It shows you what kind of people we're dealing here with. Amirali, I think I confused him in my mind with another an Iranian grandmaster who is, I think they're both incredible players. Thomas is ready. He's all set and ready. So the merit board had a little upgrade with a A new logo, backgammon board in a circle. What does it say? Backgammon tournaments. Okay, I think they're ready. They're really. No one's put any checkers on the board, which is very gentlemanly. Okay, they shake hands. Well, they put the. I'm not seeing the current board. I'm seeing an old picture of the board. Which has got no checkers on it. So we'll get that fixed. We will get that fixed. That's being shown is an old screen grab of another board. So Mate just needs to put in the new one. I don't think we have sovereignty. Okay, here we go. Oh, maybe Mate has asked them to pause. I think he should, but you know, sometimes. Okay. So it looks like we had a quick first game and Thomas went 1-0 up. And we had a 3-2 split in this game. Followed by a 6-3 hit or a 5-4 hit. Okay, the good news is that the stream that I'm looking at isn't jerky, but I can't really see the dice very well. 2-1 is going to make the anchor and hit, which is a nice roll because you get to do two good things. And of course, Amir will want to hit that, and he's happy to, and come up with the last four to the open 21 point. And he'll hit the clock. And I am monitoring the chat, so please give me some chat. Give me some feedback, some abuse. I don't remember what the start was. So anyway, 4-1, but now we have a double one. So it's probably an improvement to, he moves those two checkers first, but probably an improvement to come up to the 20 point from the back, even though Thomas is behind in the race. But I think I would do that. A little tricky play. Amir's going to come out with the 6, and then the 5 is probably going to come down. But coming all the way round to the 11 point makes sense. Of course, this gives more shots to be hit, but it's not so bad if you get hit with a 1. Double 6 is tricky, at least for me. I think you just bring 2 checkers around to the 14, and then you could even just play 13-1. But I kind of like this play. He made it really quickly. 6-1's going to safety a checker. I don't think you can think about making the bar. That would be too much. So pretty much even, Stevens. 6-3 is going to run, I would think. Although Thomas's race isn't great, you can see he's got 6 checkers out there as opposed to Amirali's 2, suggesting that Thomas isn't up in the race at all. So that's going to make... Okay. Thomas rolls 4-2. I think he has to come in deep because it's just too dangerous to come in on the 21 point. And now I would think about cubing. I can't say for certainty whether it is without counter race. I think Amirali is 123, 62, 28. Looks like he's keeping 106, 130, 142. So he's 19 pips up. This is a strong cube. Just looking at what the 4s do to Thomas, any 4 is pretty good hitting loose when when Amirali's got the anchor, is going to be a really good thing. And then you basically say that lots of other rolls aren't going to be, none of the rolls are going to be bad. Imagine it's takeable. I mean, people tend not to just pass cubes like this. Thomas did take 2-1, probably just going to slot. I think you need to make the 9 points and then slot, simply because you have to unstack a heavy point. Omer, how can you find other players' matches? If you go to Facebook, the Merit International Facebook page, they have brackets pinned to the top of the page. It's called Merit. If you type into the search Merit International or Merit Home Backgammon Tournament. So I don't know what he did with the 2. He didn't slot. Thomas rolls, there's nothing he can do really apart from play 13-6. He wants to keep the 14 point, I think, as a hurdle, although it's not much of a hurdle, but it will also be a landing spot. So I wouldn't do this. If he was winning the race and was just trying to come home, this would make sense. 4-1's going to hit and unstack. So this is the reason why I'm impunity, because the 20 point provides such safety. He hits and comes out, wow. But he gets hit back on. 3. And I suppose he's not going to play 9-8 because it just leaves too many shots and blots. So pretty much even Stevens after that exchange. 3-6 is going to fan. And it's a big fan, but 6-4 isn't perfect. I think you're just going to have to bring one round to the 10. You could make the 1 point, but in fact, you could make the 1 point. He didn't look at it. I changed my mind about that. Another huge, huge fan. 5-4 now has to make the 1 point. Now you have the checker on the 10 point, giving you a builder to make the 4 point. It makes making the 1 point much more effective. I don't like this, really. So any time that he rolled a combination of, or an exact 1-5, 1-6, 1-3, he would not be coming in to the board. Well, double 4 was going to come in anyway. So it looks like you have to get that as safe as possible, as quickly as possible. So if that's the case, you have to play it to the 13 point and then play 6-2. Which is not ideal because then you're running into a losing race. Actually, I didn't consider that you can hit. So I'm going to... Oh, what? 1, 2... What did he do? I don't know if that was legal, that play. One, two. He rolled double four, did he not? He was on the bar, and then he brought another checker. Okay. He played to the 13 and played. Okay. So what I was looking at, sticking on that play for 1 second, was hitting loose on the 5 point, which I didn't initially see. You're welcome, Omer. 5-4. So now Thomas, yeah, is just losing the race. I mean, he's badly losing the race. Got much more than, I don't know, 10, 12%, if that. Which was why running was not what he wanted to do, but maybe what he had to do to avoid getting gammoned. So Mirali's just going to bring this home. He's going to be 2-1 up. He's going to be happy. They're playing for big stakes here. And they're at a kind of a crucial juncture in the tournament, third round. I think they've both won 2 matches. I think they both didn't get a bye. So there was another Iranian grandmaster who's a bit older than Amirali, who got to the top of the Galaxy rankings. I can't remember his name, but I confused the two names. Is he an Amir? Is the other guy Amir? Not Eshraghi, obviously. Yeah, as we can see, Thomas is way behind in the race. And he's going to find it hard to catch up. Even with 6-4. It's almost over, but he's captured it. He didn't roll particularly well. 6-5 is going to be a nail, basically. Okay, 2-1. You feel already this is going to be a close match. Nice to start with the 3-point. Two down with 5-2, followed by double 2. Okay, yeah, making that. That looks good. Double 1. I think I just make the 23. I'm not sure, but I knew he was going to quickly make the 7-point. Splits and plays 9-4, safetying the checker. Double 5 is just what he wanted. I always have a tendency to go a bit berserk. I don't think you want to switch. So the idea is on this 20 times your opponent doesn't come in. I was about to say it would be a pass. I think it would be. If he comes in, done, but it's, yeah, He rolls a double four. Wow. Okay, so that's going to blow way through his market. Amirali won't be able to take unless Thomas wants to play on, which is possible. But yeah, interesting. I mean, I don't know why he's not passing. Does he really think he can pretend that he was? I mean, personally, I find it quite interesting. I'm sure he knows this is a huge pass. Yeah. A little bit, but a bit needless. I don't know. So yeah, I'm thinking about that double five and what the logic is with not switching and but but the score is now 2-2. Thomas starts with a 3-1. That's fantastic. 3-2 splits to the 22 point. He chooses this one. Trying to get an advanced anchor. Will it work? Because Thomas rolled a 5-3. He will split. Looks like a 3, and yeah. And double 3 is going to make the 5 point and the 21 point. And now I think he has to run from the back. Problem with this, it's a good roll, of course, but the problem with this is it leaves the checker on the 21 point vulnerable. And Amirali will hit and most likely play down with the 3. That's very unusual that he did that. I was sure he was going to hit. Okay. So 6 is going to make a run for it. 3, I would have slotted the 3 point, but fine. 5-2, he would have, no, he wouldn't have been hit. What am I talking about? But he would have had a spare on the 6, on the 8 point, which would be nice. It was 6-4. What a good roll. What a lovely roll. And Thomas is sort of within doubling. I don't think he'll think about it. 108, 108. I think he's down in the race anyway. So he'd be wrong to think about it. Well, the race is close. 125, is it? Did I say 135? So that's a nice roll, bringing 2 down. So even he's even, I think the idea is still that he wants to clear those checkers from the mid. This is like a tricky little play. You might not want to make the 3 point because you might not want to move the spare from the 8 point to the 3 point. You might want to preferably move the spare from the 9 point, meaning that you would. I'm just trying to count the race again. I think his pip count is 109 after the roll. So I think he would be 11 pips up after the roll, but I feel like I'm getting the pip count wrong. But if I'm not, then he's still 3 pips up. Could be. I like that play, putting the checker on 6. I think Thomas also agrees that the checker was best placed on the 8 point because eventually you want to clear the 9 point before the 8 point. And to clear the point, you need to have vacated any from it. So still not doubling. I think that's right. Now he'll just make the 2 point. It's a good place for the checker. It makes an inner point. Now that will cover the 2 point. So Amirali's got a really formidable board. Thomas is going to be worried about having to leave a fly shot if you want three. It's double three. Okay. Yeah, it looks like making the bar is right, and then you double, and it looks just like a take, maybe not like a delightful one. 86, I think, is Thomas's pip count. 56, 77, 89, 99. It could be a pass then if that's the right pip count. 86 for Thomas and 99 for Amirali. And Thomas has got an easy bear in. And if you notice that Amirali either break his board or leave the anchor at some point, which are not good things for him, then it sort of leans towards a pass. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is a pretty decent sized pass now. You know, and I like that people are thinking about. Thomas looks a bit pained. I like that Amirali is thinking about it. If you consider what numbers Amirali can roll, they're all going to play. Thomas can roll. They're all going to play safe. Oh, but he does take. Okay, he likes it. He feels good. Double three is just going to be simply clearing them from the rear. Five three. Okay. Now he has to go. I would make the 1 point because he could get a shot, and he's not going to lose too much by not running because he's not going to win the race. 6-4 is really good. And it's looking like a 2-point game for Thomas. Pretty much a lock. Although you never know. So I just turned away. Who's 6-1? Has he played? I hadn't played the 6 or hadn't played all of it. So Thomas will hit. A couple or 3 bad numbers, but he can actually switch from the 5-point. No, but I wouldn't do that. You can just close the board. 5-4 is not his best, but he can't complain after rolling double 1, which was fabulous. Pretty much only going to be a single game. Whatever happens, I cannot see. He can still fan, maybe still not going to be a gammon. Double 2 can only take 2 men off unless you're suicidal. So he'll just take them off from the 4-point. Oh, he won't. I wonder why. Yeah, that's unusual. That's a bit unusual. Okay, so Mir comes in, no more messing about. I've got a little bit of glitching on my screen. There's the waitress in the background. And it's saved, unless he rolls a 2-1. Which he's definitely not going to do. Okay, 4-2 for Thomas. Yeah, we think that maybe Amirali should have just let that one go and waited for better weather, as George Sulemersky used to say. But you're always very happy to be ahead in any backgammon match, whoever you're playing, is just psychologically very potent. 6-5, you're always happy to roll 6-5 to start with. 6-4 can either make the two or split and down. I tend to make the two with this. No reason. Of course. And he does. Good. Thomas has got another 5-3, so he'll do the same things, split and down. The basic in backgammon. Is it a 3, 6-3? 6-2 he would play pretty quickly. I don't think it's a 6-1. He would have made the bar. If it's a 3, I think I'd prefer to slot the 3-point because fewer shots. But he gets away with it. Thomas is going to make the anchor. There's just not enough. I'd probably play the 2 down, but it's not a big deal. 3-1, he's going to have to play safe, but he can't make the 10-point if he wants to play safe. So he's going to have to do that. I think he would have preferred to make the 10-point because of better blocking value. 5-2. Feel like you want to come down. I know it leaves shots, but you need... Oh, no. Could be. Could be. 6-4, I think. 6-5. Okay, so not running. I think Thomas is marginally behind in the race, so it wouldn't make sense to run. Just a standard game, and it looks very standard just to fill in the gaps there like this. Another 5-3. Amirali wants double 1 or something. That's perfect. Thomas wants double 5. 6-5. So he's getting a bit fast. He's going to like precipitate at some point, having to leave the anchor. Or make the 3-point and slot the 1. I'm not sure how much the difference is in those plays, but he chooses to make the 3-point, slot the 1. So will he leave the anchor? Not with 5-2, but if he rolled 6-5, oh, that was 6-2. Again, I wouldn't have left the anchor with 6-2. That's going to make the 3-point. Lovely. So Amir is obviously a favorite. I think Thomas can just make the full board. Amir's not going to double yet. 1 brings the checker into the 5-point. The 80, I think Thomas is 95. 89, and Amir is 101. So Thomas needs to get off the anchor somehow safely because he's ahead. And that's why he's crunching his board, which is not nice. This can just make the 1-point, I think, or this. But maybe I miscounted. The race looks close, but no, that seems right. Thomas is going to be ahead. He's just going to have to bring the checker in. I know people have a predilection for saving 6s all the time, which is a pet peeve of mine. So 1-2, just going to bring it in. And I think because of the wastage, even though the pip count isn't so much in Amirali's favor, he's just going to be doubling. And I don't know if there's a take here. I mean, it looks bleak for Thomas. So you can't just go on a pure count. You've got to consider the wastage. Amirali's got 83. I still think it's I think the doubling decision is quite easy. I think Thomas has 76, 40, 50, 60, 69, 78. So, you know, Amir's actually up in the pip count, but you can see that it's a pretty clear double because those 2 checkers are all the way stuck back. So what we could do is we could add like arbitrarily like 6 or 7 pips to Thomas's pip count as a bare minimum. Okay. 5-point board, but it looks a bit worrying when he has to run. Small numbers are going to point on him, and small numbers are ones that aren't so good in the race. And he does, and he makes a six prime. It's a little bit awkward, has to go to the 2 point. And this is better. I didn't see this. This is a good, really good play. No need for him to give himself bad numbers. So this now every single number plays for Amir. This is a little bit awkward, but he has to do it, I think. Closing the board is so powerful. So he'll leave shots with double six, double five, 6-5, 6-4. Okay, that's safe. Don't think the one matters too much. So nice, I think nice play by both. I think the double was right. The double was definitely right. I think the take was likely to be right. And it's looking like it's going to be another 2 point game. So I think probably go ahead and I think safe. I'm always torn between those. I think taking a checker off was fine. I think playing safe. But in any case, it's going to be 4-all. Thomas gets one in, so he's only got one straggler, double three, just to put the willies up him. But, you know, double five, it looks like. 6-5. No, it is double five. He's going to play on. It's interesting how far backgammon players play on when this probably isn't gin, but no, was it gin? No, it wasn't gin. And now it is. Lovely. Really nice. I don't see, doesn't look like there's going to be a break. So he's a splitting downer. Personally, I'm a 2-pointer. 6-5, double hitting, standard, very normal. Double five is just going to come out to the 15 or not. Yeah. I don't know. I think both plays could be close, could be, or just could be. I don't know. He's going to have to split. It's not too threatening. A double would be absolute monster. Double two, double one. A double would not be. You could see he was kind of, but he's happy he didn't because double two return. Big shot, hitting, making the 4-point. The only downside is that block, which Thomas then comes in and hits. He's going to double hit. I believe there is some merit to coming up, but I think you need to take the opportunity of denying your opponent the anchor, and he does make the anchor. There was a big swing on that 3-1. 3-1 wouldn't have been so good if there were two men in the air. That's going to come out and then play to the 8-point, but actually coming all the way around to the 9 makes sense because if you don't get hit, you can make the 9-point, which is a good thing. 6-1 just goes to the 6. Same. Certainly not a good roll. 5-1 obviously is good because it hits and escapes. The one I think I prefer just to come to the 15 like that. Generally, you don't want to come up to the 20-point, which is the point your opponent wants to hit you on. I think, I don't know this one. Okay, so this is where I get confused. You certainly want to hit the guy on the 10-point above the guy in the 1-point. But now if you do, you have to double hit and you have to leave a shot. I think I would end up doing this without very much confidence. 2-6. I think he should be cubing. If he rolled a 2-6, I think Thomas should be done. But Amir's hit him back. But Thomas ends up rolling a 2-6. Now for another hit back. And now Thomas is sad to have four checkers back for sure. Even though he's got the anchor, he's starting to lose tempo a little, the sort of he's losing a little bit of a grip on this game. If this is double 5, I would certainly heavily consider making 2 inner board points, but it's obviously not. That looks good, 5-3, but not a very good roll. Thomas is happy to come in. I think he must come in on the 20 point, and I'm sure he will. And then he'll just play 2 down to the 11. Oh, okay. I don't think this is right because now you're putting pressure on your back checkers. Or you're going to have to break the 20 point, which is not what you want to do. So 2-1, yeah, I would just come out to the 18 point. Looks like, is it 6? Okay, 6-5, probably hitting. Didn't get a chance, honestly didn't get enough time. So there's Amir Ashraghi in the background. 4-3, he's delighted to hit back. And he's definitely got a big, big lead in this game. And obviously we know that there are 2 anchors, so it's not necessarily decisive, but it's worth just having a micro little look and thinking. 4-3 probably, I don't know what to do here. The one play is just coming off the 21 and just going for it now. To move the checker from the 13, I might have considered playing it, the checker from the 18 point, playing 4 and then slotting the 3 point. And this is the problem with Thomas's 5-2 play, is that he's having to bury checkers, and his checkers are not in the right places. So we got a little adjustment here. And that, if that's, I mean, yeah, it is Amir's roll. So he should probably come out with 2. And Thomas's position is pretty much just self-destructing. Double 4 is obviously a good roll, but still, oh, he did double. Okay, he did double already. That looks okay. I don't know what he did. Obviously, he could have made the 5 point. It looks wrong just to give your opponent a chance to get back in the game. 5-2 is convenient enough because it uses the spares nicely. But we can see that Thomas has got a big gap, a big glaring gap on his 5 point, which is going to hurt him. And he's going to need to roll pretty well. That's really nice for him. Gets a checker. He was getting constricted. 3-1 probably isn't, because he would have made the 5 point immediately. I can't see the other. Cannot see. Could it be 4-1? 4-1 looks like the most difficult role to play of the ones. Is it just a 2-1? If it's a 2-1, it would be just don't hit, don't. You're just winning the game. You just play 4-1. I think it is a 2-1. How many shots do you leave if you hit? Well, you do duplicate 5s and 3s, but you leave a bunch of shots. Yeah. What would people play? Yeah. What would you guys play? Making the 5 point? That just is an unnecessary. Is he going to do that? Was that what he was thinking about? So this just gives a 5 for no reason. I don't think so. That checker can move. And now Amir Ali isn't certain of covering. Okay, he does cover. So even though the four is awkward, he's happy. I mean, he got missed and he managed to cover. But I think that that was an unnecessary risk for him to take. He had the game won. So how is Thomas going to proceed here? He's going to split. It could be. Could be. He's got a 5-point board. Just a 3-2. Looked like a double two for a second, which would have been crushing. Absolutely crushing. And yeah, I don't know. Both are very, very detrimental to his position. Either clear it coming out off the 16. It could be that he rolls something which, yeah, like doesn't have to break it and leave a shot. Gets to play the 4-3 to the 1 point, and this is what, a 4-1. So the 1 probably comes closer. So now 6-1. 6-1 will hit in the outfield, but it's unpleasant. 6-3 will come out and hit. I mean, looks like you got to go for it. It looks like it's the biggest gain. I mean, you might get gammoned anyway. 6-1. Wow, he's not going to have any of that. That just hits the outside checker, and there are now 4 checkers flying about, and this could be a huge, huge moment in this match. Double six, massive fan. Terrible, terrible fan. 6-4, making the 3-point on his head. Incredible. And those 2 blots lying out there. There could be 4 blots closed out in a jiffy before you can say Jack Scratch or Jack Snell. And, 4 checkers closed out. That's like 25% BGs. That could be, it's probably not going to happen, but what a swing. And I think Thomas was right to play that 6-3. But if you 5-1, he gets to bring 1 in, but it's not going to help him. It's not going to help him. 6-2 is just going to smash. Ideally, I think Amir Ali wants to stay back to give himself maximum number of chances to. Okay, there's a clever play because he unduplicates his 4. Now he gives himself 5s, 3s, and 2s to cover, but 4s to hit the outside blot and 7s. That's nice and juicy, very sexy. 6-1, hitting the outside, but we're sad to miss that 4th blot. We really want to go back and be able to reverse our move and hit it back. 1 now, a 1 is worth it because black's on the bar and we might not come in. We might get to make the ace point. Thomas might get to make the ace point. And Amir Ali, if I was Amir Ali, I would be crushed. This makes a huge difference to the position. Absolutely massive. Destroys any backgammons. So we didn't see that coming. And I don't know how it happened. Six. Who's gonna? Who's gonna? Can't be. Can you do it, Amir? Now we do it. So 6 comes in, 5 comes in, 6 comes into the 12 point, to the 6 point. And now Thomas comes in, but he has to leave a 1 shot. We don't think Amir's going to hit this. He does. He doesn't, comes out. Now Gammon's definitely back on because of the chances of staying up in the air. And of course, coming in, you're likely to break that 4-point board down to a 3-point board, which isn't good for saving gammons. We just smooth out with a 1 without, we don't think about it. Yes, it leaves a double 6, but who cares? And we want spares on different points. We preserve our board as long as possible so we don't have to let our opponent come in, because our gammons come from when our opponent stays on the bar. And to an extent, the backgammons. Okay, great roll, coming in and out, but just having to fade a one. It would be nasty to roll a one here. Doesn't roll a one. Double five is pretty good when your opponent's only got a 4-point board, but yeah, I would take it. I would take it. 6-2, he's going to come out probably right. 3-2, just rip him off, I think. Just try and maximize. I feel there will be a break. I need one. I need a cup of tea. A hit on my crack pipe. Definitely take two off. As in, I don't know if it's right, but it looks good. It feels good. It feels right. If it feels right, it's right. Okay, and we see the gammon is close. I mean, it's not just a lock. Definitely, he's obviously going to take two off. There's no sense in making any other play. Thomas is just scuttling around. He's had the worst of it for sure. Double two, yeah, take one off. Okay, it's going to leave bad threes, and it leaves a nasty structure, but it could leave a good structure. If we get lucky and roll two big numbers, okay, that's an average roll, but it's looking bleak for Thomas. Yeah, definitely not leaving the 24 point. No sense in doing that. Double three is very, very good. Not the best. Taking two off was from the back was good. So he splits now. A one is a disaster. 4-2, he's delighted. He's made up, as they say in Scousland. 6-1 just comes out, and it's really like, yeah, there's gammons, there's single game losses, there's single game wins, there's everything on the cards here. Everything still possible to produce. Just needs it. He doesn't get it, but he's going to have to run out and save the gammon. It's so unlikely that he can save it now. It's just so difficult. 6-3 takes two men off. He's going to need at least a definite get a Tim crossover. Okay, so it looks like double six is the only save. And he doesn't do it. 8-4. I think break 50 looks like a break. Paper being lifted up or not. We got a like. That's nice. Please take a break. Please take a break. Please take a break. Please take a break. Please. Please. Okay. 7 away, 11 away. So with match equity, the cube needs to go in the center. Could be some confusion. There probably won't be. So that's going to split and hit on the 1 point. Can't see the dice. 5-6. Yeah, just running out. That's obviously a really bad roll, leaving three checkers up for grabs. He can hit in the outfield. Oh, he can hit two. Okay, sorry. That's way, way better. Double two is amazing. Make 4 point. I think definitely trailing. Yeah, I would make the 4 point. That makes the 7 and makes the 22. I don't see any reason not to just make a normal. Nice. No, he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do it. It's not, it's not sexy, but it's defensive. 5-1 slots. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, 2-1's going to hit back and scuttle. I would scuttle up from the back checker there on the 22 to the 21, but no biggie. 5-3, very natural, coming in, hitting loose on the 5 point, putting him in the air, hoping that he doesn't come in and hit you. Then you make the 5 point, then you cue, blah, blah, blah. Okay, he puts two men in the air. Another 6-5. only think a double six will produce. He rolls it, and I mean, okay, not leading 8-4, but still, cube is in the center, so hopefully, just for good order, the sake of good order, they'll see it's. So he's put it back in the center, I think. I'm feeling when I commentate, I'm a little bit conservative. This probably is a cube. You can just cover, and your opponent isn't guaranteed to roll a 5 and make the second anchor. It's, you know, if he takes this long, he's very, very likely to pass, but I can't imagine. No, okay, good. I don't see any pass in this, but I think the cube is in. Still 7 points away. But let's see, we could certainly, okay, that's not going to cut the mustard. We want something like a 5-2 if we're Amirali. We want to keep on hitting. But still, at this score, lots of, even after the fan, bizarrely, still some kind of saving grace for Thomas. He's got the anchor. And the fact that he's 8-4 down anyway, I mean, he's kind of losing the match. So, I mean, if I'm in his position, I'm even with 3 men on the bar, I'm not completely distraught because you see, he still has the chance to turn this game around. And when he does, gives him so many winning chances. Okay, so obviously he's not going to be recubing yet. He's not going to just recube willy-nilly. 6-1 is terrible. In his hands, it looks like a 5-5. 5-1, does that get to hit and cover? No, okay, so it all hangs on this, whether Thomas can roll a 3. Pretty much, you feel, and he does. And the game is like really, really, I mean, at this score, it's like you could say it's kind of like a 50-50. Obviously, the winning chances aren't anywhere near 50-50. But the fact that Thomas is 8-4 down holding the cube, he is delighted to be in this position. And Amirali should be a bit, you know, a bit worried perhaps. 2 comes in and maybe 3 comes down. What's the strategy for Amir? Well, he's going to have to get off the 20 point quickly. He gets another checker sent back. That might not be too damaging to his position because he can just come in and use that. Double 5 just hits immediately. He will come off the 20 point. And he sees that really quickly. That's really good play. But Thomas has still got the security. I thought he rolled a 5-1, but obviously it isn't. It's a 4-1. He's got the security of those 2 anchors. So every time, big favorite to come in. Big favorite. Double 1. He had to give a double shot, did he? Was it double 1? So that makes the 4 point. Even better for Thomas. I can't see what he rolled. 5-3 is going to... What was that? Was it a 4-1? I mean, if it was a 5, I don't know what it was. 2-1. So he has to do that and that. And now Thomas is closing in. I would certainly think about recubing. I think it probably is already. Now he hits, it's just going to be a pass. Unless we get people that take this kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, he can roll something. This is just a stone cold pass. He's not even going to recube. Yeah, that just plays safe. So now, yeah, Amirali might regain his take market. He might just roll a 6-5. 4-1, I still cube. I think this could be takeable now because he's managed to come out to the 18 point. Yeah, this is not ideal. Definitely playing the checkers well, but some misunderstandings. Okay, could bring it in. I'm not sure. The thing is, he should have been. He won't be recubing, but if he knew that he would be recubing and that it was a pass, he wouldn't be giving these shots unnecessarily. Because if he does, he won't be able to recube next go. If the opponent then rolls a 1-6 and you haven't, yeah, is what you want to do because recubing increases your equity. Believe it or not. Double one is a game changer. So now, even now, I think could be a recube from the bar. Especially since Amirali is just going to end up winning quite a few gammons with 3 checkers there up for grabs. And if Amirali does win a gammon, then he's going to be 12-4 up to 15, which is like probably closing in on 90% match winning chances. Thomas comes in with a 3. He's very happy to come in. Only one more checker to get hit. 4-2 is going to bring the checker in, I think. No reason to give a shot there. I wonder whether Amir would have taken or passed. I wonder. That's a massive roll. But if Thomas can come in, he's very happy, very well timed. So the 6 comes out, probably from the back. And it's going to be tricky for Amirali now, really tricky. 5-1 he can handle. He doesn't want to have to play 2-1, but I don't see how he can avoid doing that. Actually, maybe now if he... Yeah, no, I think he had to do that. It looks like a 4-3 or a 4-2. 4-3. And the question... Terrible number. What is it? It is. He should definitely. He's not going to. It's like he knows he's not going to hit. There's lots of repeat shots here. I mean, really needs like a miracle number. That's pretty good. Thomas is going to be able to make his 8 point and have a 5 prime. And he's thinking of splitting. I don't think so. Double one. Oh my, amazing roll. What a swing. What a swing. Of course, I mean, even now, if you're black on roll and you cube here, there's still, I mean, I think it's a pretty big pass, but there's quite a few single game wins. But after he clears the 6 point, it's pretty dead. Difficult. Because now has to leave the shot, and then there were only 20 shots. So I can't see what's been rolled. Two something. Okay. Yeah. Anchor. Probably does. Didn't see what. He's going from the back, but now double 2 is a massive swing. Double 2. In fact, any 2, it gets him off the 23, 22 point. And it's looking bleak. So like I said, yeah, being 12-4 down, okay, yeah, you haven't lost the match, but you're a big favorite to lose it. So Thomas didn't have anything to lose, but can he perform? Can he? One final chance for Mr. Kazemi. Trois à la banque. Come on, let's do it. Let's go. He does it. He does it. He does it. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, he does it. And Amir looks like he's got 8 checkers left, 7. But he, oh my God, 2-6. 5-1. You can block double six. Is he going to see it? I think he needs to. No, he didn't see it. That would be heartbreaking. Okay, he didn't roll it. Okay, so he's fine. Fours, threes, and twos. Double one. Double five doesn't hit. 5-2 doesn't hit. 5-1 doesn't hit. Another fan. So he's going to quickly scuttle that checker up to the, yeah, gives himself. Don't tell me he's going to roll another 2-6. Okay. So the only good news for Amir is that he's not going to get another checker sent back. Looks like Amir's taken 7 checkers off. So Thomas is going to have to take like 3 checkers off, I think, before he can recube, because Amir's made his 1 point. And he's going to have a fast bear off. Five goes there. He's just going to hit the clock. He can't move. What's that? Thought it was a 5-2. 4-2 hits. Double 5. 6-2. Okay, he's bringing it. He's creeping it into a closed board. Creeping it forward. Now there might be some sense to like getting it over with now and just slot the. So that the reason why you wouldn't do this and you would give up the prime is because now your checkers are in bad spots for the bear off. So I think I would have played 7-1. This is a play that my friend Mr. Alipur understands. 1 is denying it. No denying it. You can come in, but you might not be able to come in and hit. Double 3 can shift. I don't think I would. I don't think you can. It goes all the way. So any 6. He's not picked them up yet. Okay, he has hit the clock. 3-1, no, nothing. It's another 3-1. Thought it was a double 1. Okay, now the closeout. But now we see the checkers. It really hurts your position to have those spares on the, okay, rolls of 4-2. But now he's still got 2 spares on a pretty deep point on the 3 points. So he's going to have to open up his, okay, no, he's not. 2 checkers off. This is not enough, I don't think. Maybe at this score, actually. So what percentage winning chance? These should be easy to work out. What percentage does he have with 2 checkers off here? I don't think it's enough. I think Amir can take like with up to, let's just guess and say he's going to need no more than like 26% to take. So I would give it another roll. Okay, that's just lost its market, unless it's double 6, double 5. Okay. Well, what can you do? But your game was capped at 2 points. So the difference between going 8-8 rather than 8-6. I'm really praying for a break here because my shoulder is hurting. And okay, he just passed. Does it seem like I don't think so. It's just going to be business as usual. Oh, these guys are relentless. Lovely game. There's a classic game of backgammon, that one. Okay, 6-4. I'm going to make the 2. Yeah, okay. Well, no, I wouldn't, but I'm being nice. I've been double one fantastic. So makes your 2 point look a bit silly when your opponent rolls double one. The 4-2, okay, now he's just going to cube. He's just, okay, maybe not after double one. Double one just makes the bar and the 5 point. Well, I know which side I like to be here, and it's not black. So he's looking at making the anchor, yeah, is nice, but of course you're not going to turn down making these 2 points here. Of course you're not. 3-4. I like to get one of the, I like, confused. I'm confused. I felt like I wanted to get the check. I would just play to the 17 point, but you know, 5 is okay. So this looks like it could be cube. Oh, okay. He's not going to think about it. Fine. Let's not get excited. 2-1 definitely moves with back checker. Or not. I think I still do. You've got such a strong board. You just want to get yourself unprimed. Yeah, it can blow up in your face, and it has done. Is he going to hit two immediately? This has got to be right. This has got to be right, just by the fact that he played it so quickly. And now, not thinking of cubing, probably not. 2 comes up, and probably 6 comes out. I'd be surprised if he doesn't come up with a 2. I think, okay. 3-1 massive, cube back. So cube back for Thomas. I'm hoping Thomas is going to, maybe after Amir makes the 8 point, maybe, but I would still double being 6-8 down. And the guy having, look at, you know, this is just a nice continuation. Could there be a roll after which Amir cannot take? If that's a 2-3, he's not going to just be able to come up like it's a pass. Am I over-egging the pudding? Okay, he's not going to cube. Fine. Just brings 2 down. But if it was a 4-2, he would have played it already. Hey, Asan. Hey. Four two. I don't think it is a 4-2 because he would have just played it. Okay, he's going to play it. Again, he's going to have like a very worst, a strong double take. With this buried checker. I wouldn't bury the checker, I would just play 13-9. Try and get him not to cube by playing 13-9. And likely that 13-9 is a better play. Likely that it is. No, he's not. Okay. You could hit, but I think hard to pass up making the 3 point, smoothing out all the checkers. This is just a pass still. Not. It looks dodgy to take this. Okay, I don't know why I keep hoping for cubing. This is probably going to bring the 2 checkers in from the 9 point. Again, you just on the 3 point, but you want to stay back so that if the opponent rolls 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, you're going to get a shot. Sorry, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3 will hit you. Five, 6, beautiful roll for Amirali. What's going on? What have we got? What can Thomas produce? I didn't see, but it wasn't an 8 or a 9. And now, probably not a double yet. I wouldn't double. I would certainly safety those 2 checkers, make the 11 point. And maybe now, like if Thomas rolls a 2-1 or something, which he does, I think I would just double. Why not? Still need 7 points. I mean, let's not get too conservative. And I think it's likely that Amir Ali will double. He's not showed himself to be scared of doubling when it is a double. He doubled in the previous game when there was certainly chance that it could go wrong. So he's got a lot of numbers that, at worst, are going to leave an indirect shot. But he's got numbers like 6-5 that are going to clear the 11 point. Double 4 makes the 7 point and plays 9-1. Okay, so Thomas is definitely going to take. Five, 4. Yes, this is one of the ones that produces an indirect shot. Devastating, a punishing 7, which he doesn't roll. It looks like a 5-1. Looks like a 5-1. Okay. Safe. Safe for now. 5-2 brings it in play 6-4. What has he got? 6-4 is the best. Okay, that's it. It's going to be 10-6. This makes the 2 point twice. Yeah, pretty big lead, closing in 10-6. Pretty big lead. Yeah, it's. I'm just thinking of breaks. He's still rolling. He's still rolling. They're just going to go all the way through. It's pretty obvious now. Yeah. Okay. So 10-6. It reminds me of when we used to drive to Switzerland in one day. And my mum would try and get my dad to stop for one night and go, no, we're going all the way. An exhausting trip. I'm exaggerating. We didn't drive to Switzerland in one day, but he would insist on going as far as possible, as far as the car could take him. Double one's gonna, no, double one's still gonna, okay. Double 2 is happy to make the bar on the 4 point. And again, Amir has a pressing advantage. He's got the safety of the 20 point. Cubing this wouldn't, so the cube should be in the center. I don't think it's been turned. This is just going to be a pass. Unless he rolls a 2. Okay, he rolls a 2. Everything changes. Okay, this is now a pass. Again. Yeah, the cube wasn't in the center. It's just going to be passed instantly, and that's it. Yeah. That's incredible rolling. Can Thomas get a foothold? 5-3, he makes the three. 2-1, just he should probably slot, but okay. 4-1 double hits. Six three. Everything is going well for Amir. It'll be a crazy cube. Yeah, this is not good. Of course it can work, but being like all the way up in this match. Um, so what's he rolled? Oh, he makes the 5. Lovely, wonderful. 4-1. Is that for? Oh, okay. It's glitching. Oh my God, he's really rolling his heart out. So he gets to switch, and it's looking really bleak for Thomas. So for what a 6 is really important. And the saving grace is that he doesn't have that many shots to hit, and he doesn't get to hit, but he's going to play big and really hope. I'm talking about Amir, that Thomas doesn't come in, and that's a huge fan. Double 5 gets to hit. Well, 2, and then he'll bring one round to the 10 point, giving himself 3 covers. Thomas just needs a 6. Really? Double 2, yeah. 2 on its own, not good enough. A 6, just needs a 6. 2 on its own, not good enough. So that hits and covers. And a 2 on its own, now he just needs a 2. Gets it, crucial. Two one, he fancies, yeah, he's just going to try and hope. Makes sense that Thomas doesn't roll a 2 and that he can now hit him if he rolls a 6 or a combination, you know, whatever. He does roll a 6. He's going to play 13-11. We can see how Amir Ali really understands. He's got 11s and 9s to cover. Does he do it? He did it. Oh my God. I don't think, well, what a cube it turned out to be, but I think it was too early. And it's like a game that seemed like it's much better. We do want to pick up that third checker a little bit, I think. I'm certainly not going to turn it down. He's going to turn it down. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. And this is a really easy swing home for Amir. And in all the matches, only be going on for like an hour and a half. I would say that on average, they take like 2 hours. Probably. Double 3. Has he got 2 to play? Yeah, I can see difficult to save a gammon. Didn't really need a third checker, but I think I would have picked it up. Maybe I'd have been wrong. Of course, Thomas wants to fan. Coming in is really bad. But he does. Is there going to be any other? Okay, he's come in. That's it. He's not going to shake his hand quite yet. It's going to be. He does. He shakes it. What a match. What a match for Amir. Not really anything that Thomas could do. If he'd have doubled in that game, redoubled it, I feel that Amir would have taken anyway. And as it turned out, Amir won the game. I'm not going to linger too long, but thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to carry on with Chris Bray here on Saturday. Final on Sunday. 50 grand to play for, $50,000, big prize fund, mega jackpot, super jackpot. Thanks to Mate on production and everything. Thanks to Arda. Big up to Thomas Ron and to his family. What a sad day. And maybe he's watching. Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.